What's going on, good people? Rich here.
School in the building. What's happening?
Hey
Did you just
everybody.
put up gang signs?
Culture Garden gang sign, nigga.
Somebody, them people gonna come run down on this nigga.
Hey guys, it's your girl Ray P. Here back for another episode of the Culture Garden with cool ass Kyron and Gangsta School. I don't know. I'm just here. I'm just here. Thank y'all for joining us. So what's going on, fellas?
What's happening?
Slow motion, man. I'm doing well, feeling good. Good seeing y'all, both of y'all.
Hey man,
Always
y'all
a pleasure.
stupid.
You know what I'm saying? You said what?
I said y'all stupid. I almost
Nah,
said something.
man, that's it. Hey y'all.
Start making gang calls in this bitch.
Hey man, go ahead, man. Like I said, they're gonna run down on you, not me. I'm gonna say, hey, I don't know nothing about. I'm not affiliated. Episode 147, y'all.
Crazy.
Yo,
Episode 147. They continue to rack up. I feel like we just did 100 yesterday, and we're already at 147, getting ready for 150. As we always say, we can't do it without y'all. We appreciate you coming back every week. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for participating in the conversation. Thanks for sending the messages, the whole nine, all the love, the support. I know when we announced Light Reel, got a lot of endearing messages. A lot of people just proud of us, and even people like, so shout out to D Hall, man. So D Hall's been with us since day one, literally. Like, that's my brother since, Superman draws anyway. But he literally hit me up and was like, bro, I literally want to cry tears of joy for y'all, man. Like, y'all, I seen it because he's seen it since like the Will Smith episode. So he was like, man, the fact that y'all like started it there, and you at places where you're going to these getting invited to film festivals and doing all these other things, he was like, man, I'm proud of y'all. So those are the things that really mean a lot to us. And we appreciate it, and we're excited to just do something we love, which is just, as Rachel says, run our mouths about these movies.
Hey,
thank you.
Shout out to D Hall, man. I think D Hall was one of the first people to hit me up personally and say, what? Because remember we first started, was we doing monthly? I can't even remember. For real, we was everywhere.
Yeah, we was just doing
he was
whatever.
one of the first people to hit us up and be like, yo, y'all still got the pod? What's up? Like, when y'all dropping another episode? Where I was like, oh shit, people do fuck with us. Like, even though we know that nigga, like, to catch somebody here, period, know them or not, and they really like, that means something, because you feel me? Like, I know you. I can call you and talk movies any day of the week, but so
yeah, 100%. But all of y'all out there, we appreciate it. And just like we mentioned, June 3rd through 6th, Light Reel Film Festival.
Let's go.
Culture Garden, we will be there live recording that Friday and Saturday. We'll be there on Thursday, but we'll, have our feet kicked up. No work on Thursday, but Friday and Saturday, you can definitely catch us. Come out, support, come holler at us. It'll be a good time. With that being said, this past weekend, there was a big movie that was released in the theater. Opened up number one. That's the one and only Michael. We are not going to talk about Michael in full here. Obviously, we're here for another film. But with School being the biggest Michael Jackson fan that I personally know, I want to get your thoughts on what there's been a lot of chatter about the film, and it opened up with the Rotten Tomatoes critics and all this other stuff. What did you think as you went to the theater?
It's a decent movie. You can definitely tell that they went through a lot of hoops to even get what they got out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There was a lot of cease and desist and all types of things trying to stop them from telling the story how it was supposed to be told. And you see that throughout the film. Personally, I would have liked to seen a series or something of that nature. We've discussed this 1,000 times about somebody like Mike. You just can't tell their story in 2.5 hours. And this movie is proof of that. Like, So personally, to me, they dropped the ball, and that's not even coming from a diehard fan. That's just, even if I was just a normal, regular old fan, I would feel that way. Now, for people in our parents' age group, they will like it because it's very nostalgic. They remember those moments, certain things because moms was in the movie theater. Oh shit! Oh, I remember that, and that was cool to see too. Like, but yeah, so.
There are rumblings of a part 2 because I'm the only one here who hasn't seen it yet. Surprise, surprise. But and correct me if I'm wrong, it stopped in like 88 or 89?
88. 88, yep.
Okay.
And it had like one of those Marvel, it had one of like those Marvel Michael Jackson will return type of things at the end of at the end of Marvel movies, at the very end, they'll say like whatever characters will return, just pretty much teasing they'll be back. This ain't the last time you're seeing them. They kind of did one of those things with it, Rachel. So I'm on the other end of the spectrum. I really enjoyed it. I want to explain why though, because I understand people like school and anybody who has complaints with the movie itself. I get it. This is going to go a couple of different ways. One, I don't think there's anything that you can learn. I didn't go in expecting to learn anything new about Mike. You get what I'm saying? So my expectation was just kind of to see the reenactment of anything. I think there's better source material out there if you're just trying to learn about Mike or even get an extended version. So American Dream, obviously, we talked about that. I knew going into it wasn't going to be that. So if I know that, it was like my expectations were a little bit lowered. It was more of a concert. It did feel clunky, but I also think, to your point, School, that's what made me kind of applaud them even more. Like, I knew you had to piece this thing together. So the fact that you got what you got out of they were calling him Van Twan, allegedly, because he had to direct scenes from Vans because the family was too present on set. He couldn't do his job properly. So he's literally in Vans pointing at stuff, getting things together. So the fact that they got what they got out of it, knowing all of that, it was even more impressive. Some of the stuff was just cool to see. And I think a big part of that is because of Jafar. Like, if it was just some so you can tell that ain't Mike. There were moments where you literally look like, oh, Mike possessed this nigga. Like, he was on it. And that sounds crazy to say because we talking about Michael Jackson. But he got the mantle from the time young Mike transitioned to the teen Mike, and we heard his voice. Like, oh shit, he got it. And there's just some still shots in that film where you just pan to him, and it's like, yo, like, obviously that's his nephew, but it was uncanny how they did it. Go ahead. What you about to say?
I was gonna say that off the wall cover was amazing.
There's just moments where you catch yourself, and that's something I didn't expect. I didn't expect for him to have it down like that because we're talking about Michael Jackson. We're talking about a one-on-one. So I was pleasantly surprised by that. It should be no shock. Coleman Domingo as Joe, like, my goodness, like he kills it. You dislike him within the first, as you should with Joe. You said it perfectly in our group text. School. Nia didn't really have a ton to do, but she played, the capital role as she should. And it was focused on Michael. It wasn't focused on the Jackson 5 or the Jackson family. It was focused on Michael. So that led to things being a little bit better as far as like the expectations. I didn't like the fact that they kind of, for Thriller to be the best-selling album of all time, like there should have been a little bit more emphasis on that. I would have even liked to see him and Quincy in the studio. I want to see when it's changed from Starlight to Thriller. You get what I'm saying? Like the original song with Starlight, all of those little small nuggets. But once again, I'm not really gonna, be up in arms about it because it's Mike. One conversation, and we'll move on to the movie after this, that I thought's been very interesting is the fact that the biopic is dead. Like, it's just dead. Like, you can't do it anymore. It doesn't exist. And I was thinking about that, and I think a little bit of the opposite, where you can't do it on big stars anymore. Now, that sounds ironic because I'm talking about Michael Jackson and me enjoying it. But Mike is, when you talk about stars, Mike is the star. He's the star of stars. Like, every star looks to Mike as the star, in my opinion. And I think, like I said earlier, all the source material, I don't have to go into it. But I think if you're trying to make a movie about a super duper star or just some real prominent figure, it has to be somebody who is lesser known. So like when Shirley was made, I appreciated that. We know Shirley, but I wanted to see her story. I want to learn new information. I would see, you can make a biopic about somebody like Bill Bray, where it's not the whole story, but a small moment. Lesser known people, I think, is the route that you should go if you're going to make a movie like that. Anybody else needs a documentary. But this is a rare, I guess, example of it working just because it's Mike. It felt like a concert, really. It was just it is what it was. Wasn't the best or the worst. It was. I enjoyed it. I really did. Yeah, Rachel, you making Rachel faces at me. What's up?
I'm really trying to sit with that. Did you see Aretha?
Yeah. And I put that in the same. Yeah, but Aretha's one of those people that I think she deserved and needed that. Like she deserved a biopic because there's not too much else out there that was really out there talking about Anita or really documenting her. So she's somebody that I think will work. Whitney? Yeah, the Aretha movie.
Even Whitney's, I think that you could still do a biopic. It just has to really, really be done well.
Mm-hmm.
Let me rephrase a little bit. I don't want to say you can't do a biopic.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is, I think if you gave me the option between saying, "Hey, we're gonna make an Aretha biopic," or we're gonna make a 4-part Aretha documentary, I'm more leaning towards the documentary. If you make the documentary, then I'm gonna see the biopic. We can have both. I need the doc because the movie's not gonna do everything that I needed to do. So just a little bit of clarification on my end.
Okay. I think it all depends on what am I trying to say? Years in the industry. I think that matters too. That plays a part because let's say we, like you said, Whitney, we do a joint on Whitney. I think you can fit Whitney's story in the 2.5 hour window because it starts, you can easily start when she, meets Clive Davis and go from there. And that's what, from 85 to 2016 or 2012. I'm sorry. So you can do it, but you're talking about somebody like Michael Jackson, like 40 years to a point where, he was 10 pretending to be 8. And like you said, Rich, like it's so much. When you got somebody like Michael Jackson, here's my thing. I felt that Fame should have been the antagonist a little bit more because there were things that he did deal with that I think that stars will never know anything about. You know what I'm saying? Like just that walking around the street in a in a mask. You know what I mean? Like just to go down the street, just to get a walk. Stuff like that. So, and they didn't touch on the drug addiction. Like it's known now that Michael Jackson after that, Pepsi shit, he was an addict. Shit.
They alluded to it in their own way. You know what I'm talking about, but they didn't really come out and say it. So once again, I think that's the handcuffs on the film itself because of powers that be.
No Diana Ross. Come on.
Yeah, man. Apparently they had scenes with Diana, and once she said, "I don't want my likeness used," they cut them. So going to what you said, there's a lot of stuff behind the movie. It got to a point last year where I was just thinking this ain't never gonna come out. Like this Michael movie is never gonna happen. So I think knowing all of that, and like I said, that wasn't bad knowing that what they had. I enjoyed it. It was. I would see it again. It has very high rewatchability factor. You can just get in, get out, and it's Michael Jackson. When you have somebody you just love and enjoy, it's just all right, cool. I can just put this on.
My favorite thing is that I can take my daughter to go see it. It ain't no motherfuck this, motherfuck that type joint.
Yeah, it's real easy.
You can really take your kids to see it.
There was a kid crying in the theater last night. So, yeah, man.
I know you was hot.
Come on, man,
Joe Jackson hot.
I'm really trying to. Joe Jackson hot. You silly. I'm really trying to work on that. Well, that's another week in the books conversation. I need to control what you can control because some shit be making my blood boil. But I can't do nothing about it. So it is what it is. Either way, we appreciate y'all giving us a little space for Michael. Can't wait for Rachel's thoughts on it when she gets a chance to see it when it comes to streaming. Before we get into today's episode, will be spoilers and explicit content. We are talking about The Devil Wears Prada, which released in 2006. The synopsis of the film.
But I tell you, I'm fucking weak because I was trying to guesstimate the schedule.
I already know. She did the math in her head. Like, hold on, when am I going to see this movie?
I was planning to have a movie day, but shit just be getting away from me. I don't have time.
But that's the thing. School said it. I think he said it before we started recording. Like, it really ain't no rush. It's one of those things like you gotta see it. But you don't have to rush. Said that. Yeah, you don't have to. Like, I think you'll be pleased when you watch it, but you're gonna be like, all right, I could have seen this at home. Like somebody said today, it could have went straight to streaming. I disagree with that.
I saw that a couple times.
Now the reason I disagree is just because it was a concert atmosphere.
It was a moment. Yeah,
we saw it in RPX, me and Moms, and the chairs was shaking, and it was dope. Like I guess the closest thing I'm gonna get R.I.P. Mike. So
yeah, it did make you realize like those Jackson 5 moments. There was one, and I'm just thinking to myself like, yo, there's people. We talked about this, Rachel, when you and I did Get On Up. Just these little juke joints, or these legends and these stars are playing these small rooms and the Chitlin circuit, and it's like, yo, this is fucking James Brown. Like this is Little Richard. You know what I mean? And you're just seeing them on a random Friday night in Biloxi. You know, it's just one of those things where you're like, damn. And you know, they did the carnival with Jackson. Like, no, nigga, this is Michael Jackson. Yeah. Like I shouldn't be able to have this type of access. Right. So either way. As I mentioned, Devil Wears Prada. That's what we're on. Synopsis of the film. With an aspiration to become a journalist, Andy, a smart but sensible young graduate, travels to New York. She starts working as an assistant to one of the city's biggest high-fashion magazine editors, the cynical Miranda Priestley. This was a group pick, mainly because Devil Wears Prada 2 comes out this Friday. So check it out this weekend. Obviously, it's a cult classic. We'll get into the classic or not. But it felt like a good time just to discuss this film. All three of us love it. Nice little change of pace from what we've been doing, and the moment just fit for it. Let me ask both of y'all this. How are we feeling about the sequel? 20 years after the original, sequel comes out this weekend. Any expectations for it? Any thoughts on what you want to see? Or you just saying, you know what, we just gonna have a good time?
This I am going to go to the theater for it.
I know it. I ain't saying nothing.
I am excited. But I also don't really have any expectation. I hope that it holds up to the first one. Meryl and Anne Hathaway are my girls. Stanley Tucci, like, as far as they go, fuck with them hardcore. So I don't think that it's going to be a bad project. I haven't seen a bad project from that trio in general on their own. So I think just off the weight of the names, the writers had to come with it. So I think it's going to be good. I will be extremely salty if it's not. I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah. And real quick, I know we didn't get there, but to your point, I was very pleased to see same director, same writer for this film as they did the first. So usually that can get a little tricky. School, what about you?
I was just going to say the same thing Ray P said. Like, as soon as I seen that it was the big three was back, I'm like, shit, I'm there. Like, nothing else matters.
Yeah.
So, like you said, it is good to have the director and writer back. That's also rare. So, you know, nobody knows those characters quite like the people that wrote them. So let's get it.
Yeah. Some people hit a status, or, you know, some characters reach a status where it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Sign me up. I saw y'all back. It's not no throwing away thing. You're not trying to add like the son or the child into the script now. It's the original characters doing what y'all do.
Hey, the twins might be models, man. We don't know.
They could be. But to your point, School, that I can see that happening. I can actually see it not happening, because Miranda might be like, this is a filthy business.
I've heard that they are in it.
Really?
Yeah. Nice. I don't know as what, but
I wonder if it's when it comes to child actors, they do the switcheroo. You can have child actors playing the twins, but as they adults, nobody's gonna tell it's the same people. So
we ain't know them.
Yeah, get a new set of twins. So I wonder if they're gonna do it like that.
She said we didn't know them.
Yeah, I still don't know them. But to School's point, and there was over 100 sets of twins that auditioned for that role.
Insane.
That was insane. But School knows this, man. I remember seeing Entourage in the movie, and School was like, "How was it?" And I said it's so calm and matter of fact, man, this shit was trash. But I'm gonna see it again, and I think that's the point. I don't think this movie's gonna be trash by any means. But my point of saying it was like catching up with friends. It didn't matter how the movie was. It wasn't good, and I'm gonna watch it again after that, and I'm gonna watch it again after that too. I care about these characters. Same thing. So I think anything above a C will be a win for me. and I really expect it to be good because it's Meryl Streep at the end of the day. It's Anne Hathaway.
A C is gonna piss me off.
I don't think they're capable of giving us. It's almost like when long ago when we did Too High, Too Low, Just Right, and I said Angela Bassett just is impossible to be too low. I mean too high. I just can't see a movie that's ever happening. Same with them. Meryl, Ann, Stanley, even Emily Blunt, who like is a credible actor of her own. Like, you know what I mean? So those four, I just don't see it going that way. But the original release June 30th, 2006, as I mentioned, directed by Dave Frankel. He directed Collateral Beauty, 2 episodes of The Morning Show. Shout out to We Got Y'all. 2 episodes of Entourage, which really explains the Adrienne Grenier casting. He also directed Sad Ass Marley and Me. For those who have ever seen
that shit had me.
Marley.
That's what I'm saying, man. Shit got you boo-hooing. If you need a good cry, like if you want somebody who doesn't cry a lot, go watch Marley and Me, man.
Yep.
I dare you not to cry.
Yeah. He said, I dare you.
It was based on the novel. So I have the book actually.
Check you out.
Yeah. So the real quick story.
He bought that an hour ago.
Real quick story. There's a bookstore not too far from me. I went to go visit them for the first time, and I noticed they have a movie versus the book series every first Wednesday of the month. And of course, y'all know me, that caught my eye. And I didn't even know that this film was based off a novel. So this is what they're doing it on May 6th. So I bought the novel so I can go up there and join the conversation about the movie versus book. What I will tell you, it was pretty cool. What I will tell you is they toned down Miranda a lot. They toned her down a lot in this movie. Like Miranda was on one. They did a lot of little small things, such as the accident that Emily gets in.
Yeah,
that was really Lily, like the black best friend. That was her getting in the accident. Not and Miranda was English and Emily was American. But in the film, Emily's English and Miranda's American, stuff like that. So little small stuff, nothing crazier. The biggest thing, like I said, would be they toned Miranda down a lot. I'll just say it like that.
There's moments in this movie itself in 06 where I'm like, ooh, cringe.
Moments in this movie? See, it was funny because they didn't have this tone right. So a lot of people, and I'm sure y'all probably got word of this, it was sort of an issue getting this movie made as far as getting references for people to talk to them because everybody was scared of
Anna Wintour.
They were shook, like for real, like on some mafia shit. Like, no, they asked people to be in this movie. They said, hell nah. They tried to get what was it? When they were trying to find Miranda's apartment, nobody would rent to them or nobody would like give them their space.
Oh, wow.
They thought they were contributing to something that was making fun of Anna Wintour. And
legend.
But they did get a lot of stuff right. So there's a lot of stuff where they're saying she didn't like the movie, but she didn't go to the premiere, but she went to a screening, like a pre-screening. And her daughter was with her, and her daughter was allegedly telling her in the movie, like, oh, they got that right. They got that right. Because it was a big thing of like, is this really about her? And everybody knows it is, but nobody really said it was. Yeah. It was one of those moments. And somebody who worked at Vogue snuck the crew in there. They snuck the crew in her office so they can get an idea. How do we decorate her? What's her office look like? How do we make this crew? And they said it was so spot on that Anna Wintour, after she saw the movie, she redecorated her office.
Oh, wow.
How good it was. Like, it was like on one of them. So she enjoyed it. And she really enjoyed the way Meryl Streep played the character.
It's Meryl.
It's Meryl. Yeah. So but it still was tough. Like, there's only like 2 or 3 fashion people who show up in this movie.
Yeah.
Even Giselle, when she said she wanted to be in the movie, she said, I don't want to be a model. Like, I want to be somebody. She's the friend that works at Runway, or the girl that talks to Emily. So I just think it's usually you only hear that kind of allure, that aura from athletes, mobsters, sort of like we don't want to get on their bad side. But one of the things I love about this film is it brings me into a world that I'm not necessarily interested in.
Yeah.
Or want to learn more about, but once I'm in there, I'm in there.
Yeah,
like, I'm not a high-end fashion type of dude. I try to look fly, but it's a basic level of fly. I've said before, like Colin Domingo, like there's stuff that he pulls off that I can recognize as fucking phenomenally fly, but I can never even think. I wouldn't even think to even do it. My brain don't even work like that. So to see people like this, or seeing scenes where Nigel is going through and picking out her outfit, like just that quickly to say, "Oh, this goes with that," or I'm like, "Hey, give me a couple pieces," and I'm trying to make simple ass colors work. So I do love the fact that they did introduce us in there. I'm sorry, I don't know if I gave the novels or the author's name. It's Lauren Weisberger. So Lauren Weisberger wrote the book. She also wrote a sequel, which I didn't know either, Revenge of Prada. So I'm wondering if the new one's going to be based off the second book. I don't know.
I'm on it.
The screenplay was written by Aline Brosh McKenna. She also wrote Cruella.
I love Cruella.
Cruella, that's my shit.
So funny enough, not Cruella directly, but if we go back to 101 Dalmatians, the role of Miranda Priestley was originally written for Glenn Close.
That makes sense.
It was originally written for her. Glenn Close said no, and that's when Meryl Streep got involved. But yeah, I 100% could see it. Budget of an estimated $35 million, made $326.5 million worldwide.
It's crazy.
Made that bread. It did better internationally than it did domestically. It made more money overseas than it did here, which makes a lot of sense when you think of Paris, London, a lot of the fashion scenes. So one of the things this movie ran into, because it opened up at number 2 in the box office against Superman Returns, but it did better internationally than Superman did. So just to kind of tell you what people really are into. Americans into the comic books, overseas they were into the fashion. 27.5 million opening weekend. The top 5 was rounded out by Click, Cars, and Nacho Libre. It stayed in the top 5 for 3 weeks and top 10 for 5 weeks. It was in theaters for a total of 24 weeks. It is currently streaming on Disney Plus, Hulu, HBO Max. So you can watch it with any of those subscriptions. I want to talk about first experiences real quick. Rachel, remember your first time seeing this movie?
I absolutely do not. I don't. June 2006, summer after freshman year of college. I don't know. I don't remember. I have no idea. Probably HBO. For real. I cannot. I really was sitting trying to think of when did I see this for the first time? But I know for a fact I didn't go to the theaters to see it.
School, what about you?
Yeah, I remember my first time seeing this. The reason I watched it was because of, surprisingly, Aunt Jennifer. I heard Aunt Jennifer and a couple of my other aunts talking about this movie, and I just was like, I don't think that's my cup of tea. And Aunt Jennifer said, listen to me and check that out, because we talked about this too on the, like, every Tuesday when a new movie came out. So when this hit DVD, my Aunt Jennifer got it, and I just happened to be over there. It was the summer or whatever, and she put it on and we watched it, and I was like, whoa, this shit fire. Like, and anytime I could catch it after that, I've watched it.
Yeah, no, it's a fact. I didn't see it in theaters either. I was the woman I was dating in college, this was like her favorite movie. And that's how Rachel funny as fuck. This is her favorite movie. So this is how I got hip to it. So I would watch it, and it was like School said, it was one of those things where I'm like, Ironically enough, I was just in Vegas this past weekend, and that's like a 4-hour flight. So flight movies, The Wood, Devil Wears Prada, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Those are my 3 flight movies between both trips, there and back.
Yeah.
And to your point, School, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days was like that for me. That was the one I was like, I ain't gonna like this shit.
Yep.
One of my favorite movies still.
Yep.
That goofy ass movie. But either way,
he's just not that into you.
She's just not that into you.
He's just not that into you.
The movie?
I
haven't seen that in forever.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen that in forever. That whole genre, that whole wave of genre movies like that. I haven't seen those. I haven't seen some of those in a minute. It's been a while since I watched How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. So very interesting. I'm gonna have to get back to that. But either way, I watched it and I was like, oh, I rock with this. And it became in the rotation. It's just one of those, I think everybody has the same type of experience where it's just, it became one of those that just fell in the rotation for us. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I don't know anybody who's seen this movie and say, I ain't fucking with it. I think I don't know anybody. So it's just funny how art has that way.
I think it's a man thing too.
What's that?
I think it's a man thing too. Like, I specifically remember a couple of my uncles saying, nah, I'm good. And then coming back a year later, like, hey, that shit was fire. Like I told you, like get off that.
Nigga's funny, man. As far as awards go, it was nominated for some big time awards. Academy Awards 2007. Meryl Streep was nominated for Best Performance in a leading role by an actress. I don't think anybody really, not because it's Meryl Streep, but I don't think anybody would have envisions a film like this having that type of nomination. I don't think it was made for that. But that just goes to show how well she did. Also a nominee for Best Achievement in Costume Design. I don't know if y'all know, at the time, it was the most expensive costume budget ever. They spent over $1 million. The cool thing about it is they did an auction for all the clothes and donated to cancer research for kids.
Oh, that's what's
up. I do like the fact that they weren't just like kind of, throwing it away or giving it to people who don't need it. They actually did it for a good cause. I know Meryl Streep, she kept a pair of glasses, I think, that she wore at the end of the film.
Fire.
She wore them in Mamma Mia. So, little movie trivia, if y'all want to do the cross-reference, she kept that. Most people keep something from the set as like a little token or whatever the case is. Also, was nominated for Golden Globes. So, Golden Globes, Meryl Streep did win for Best Performance by an actress in a motion picture, comedy, or musical. And Emily Blunt was also nominated for Best Supporting. Do you feel Emily Blunt should have taken that nomination over Anne Hathaway when you look at these characters?
Was Anne Hathaway nominated for anything?
No, not for either of those type of award shows.
Then no.
Okay. Well, I guess what I'm saying is, okay, so Emily Blunt, you would have taken her. You think she deserved the nomination more than Anne?
No.
You don't think she did?
No.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
I know. I said no.
Okay, got it. Oh, my bad. I misread. I misheard my own thing. What about you? You taking Anne or Emily Blunt as the one who should get that supporting nod? If anything, you should do both. I don't see why Emily would not Anne.
Yeah. That's what I think you should do both because because of the movie, Emily had enough to deal with. So, let them both get the nod.
Yeah,
especially if they ain't gonna win shit.
Or I wonder, in 2006, Anne had she had Princess Diaries and all of that, but maybe she wasn't Anne the Hathaway. Because candidly, she is the lead of the movie, not Meryl Streep.
Fair. We can have a talk about the whole Anne Hathaway thing.
Yeah, in that sense, if she's not, you have to nominate Meryl Streep. I mean, it's fucking Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
But technically, Anne Hathaway is the lead of this movie, and if you look at it that way, I understand Emily Blunt being nominated as supporting.
Got you. Yeah, understood. African American Film Critics Association. It won an award for top 10 films of the year. So
it's like that,
It's like that. It really is like that. It's funny because as we were talking about these awards, there's a scene at the end of the film where Stanley Tucci's character, Nigel, he thinks he's about to get this, promotion or whatever at the banquet, and it ends up not happening. And he was talking to Dave Frankel about, how should I play it? Like, what should Nigel's reaction be? Should it be storming off? Should he be? He was like, treat it like you are at an award show and you really expect your name to be called, and then it doesn't get called. Like, that's the reaction you should go for. And Meryl Streep was nearby. She said, I can help you with that. Like, I've been there before. Shout out to Meryl, man. Meryl just seems like a dope ass person to be
sure.
What was that? We talked about awards. Cast. Meryl Streep is as Miranda Priestley, and we already talked about that. It's funny. So Anne Hathaway was the 9th choice for this film. So going to your point, Rachel, in 2006, she wasn't the Anne Hathaway. She was Princess Bride Anne Hathaway. And the studio wanted a dramatic actor. They was like, we're not doing this popcorn teenager movie chick. Like, we're not doing that. Anne Hathaway, when you talk about I'm not taking no for an answer, like, campaigned her way to this role. They offered 8 other people. Like, so I'll tell you who they really wanted and who turned this role down 3 times.
Please.
Rachel McAdams. Rachel McAdams turned this role down 3 different times. That's how bad they wanted her.
And I can't see her in this role. That's the crazy part.
I could.
I think I can. Rachel.
I can't see it.
That's my fucking girl.
I fucks with her too, but I can't see that.
I can totally see it. I can see her transforming from the doughy eye fashion behind to turning and morphing into this glamazon. I can totally see that. If you look at Rachel McAdams, The Notebook, and Regina George, you know what I'm saying? And Mean Girls, like she has the range to do both, to watch that level of transition in one film. Ooh, she might have ate that. I bet she turned that shit down.
I thought that too. Like, sometimes there's those movies, and like, so Meryl Streep, like, I know we said Glenn Close, but the couple of names, I didn't even write them down because they didn't even look like somebody that would. The only name that was interesting, very interesting to me, not better by any means, just interesting when I saw it. Two names actually. One was Michelle Pfeiffer, the other was Julia Roberts. And I thought to myself, what would Julia look like in this role? Like, I can't see it, but I can't see it not happening either. I think that's the most interesting pick. I don't know if she has that. I don't think she has that oomph that Meryl, the subtle. Meryl Streep's performance is so subtle. And I don't know if anybody else could do it like that.
Yeah, I like Michelle Pfeiffer.
Me too.
As a candidate, I don't like Julia.
Yeah, I think that, but I'm such a Julia fan. I think that's probably why.
That's also Julia's chance to pull a Denzel, you know, as far as like never played a bad guy, like Training Day. So that would have been a damn. But if it wouldn't have went well, this looks different
for sure.
Right,
for sure,
this looks very different. So
you're absolutely right. Real quick, it's going to be hard to answer because I'm not asking your personal opinion, but if you had to take the pulse of just the overall consensus, do you think they rank Devil Wears Prada or Pretty Woman higher? Like, which one do you think has more like cultural value?
I'm taking Devil Wears Prada, even
I know you
in my opinion.
Yeah,
I know we are. That's why I said, like, I know what y'all gonna say, but I'm trying to think. I think a lot of people people love Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman is a classic in a different way. Devil Wears Prada is as well, but there's also recency bias. This movie is only 20 years old versus Pretty Woman, which is 30 years old. You know, that 10 years makes a difference.
At 40,
and I think
like 88, didn't it? Yeah.
And I think it's easier to put this movie on and get a younger person to watch it.
For sure.
Pretty Woman.
For sure.
Now, surprisingly, this used to be my little cousin's. Not this, sorry. Pretty Woman was my little cousin's favorite movie. So much so that I didn't, till I got older, understand the movie. Like, I was young watching Pretty Woman and really not putting shit together. And we watched it so much that I didn't. When we did our pod, that was the first time I had seen it, probably since I was 7. Like, because we watched that shit so much.
Yeah,
it was bad.
No, I get it. That was just a random question. When I thought of Julia, I was just wondering, you know, because both of these they're not similar movies, but there's something about them. Some other actors who were jumping the line in front of Anne Hathaway. Just throw these names out, see what y'all think. Scarlett Johansson.
No.
Natalie Portman.
Maybe.
I can see that. Kate Hudson.
Damn. No.
Different movie.
Yeah.
Kirsten Dunst.
No.
Juliette Lewis, Claire Danes. Neither one of them really have like the same careers as the other ones.
Juliette Lewis is too old.
Even in 06, you think?
Yeah.
She got that look though.
I didn't see it. Yeah, and Claire Danes same way. It wasn't until Anne Hathaway was the one that was, like I said, campaigning for it. Meryl Streep ended up watching Brokeback Mountain, and she advocated in the studios and was like, "Yo, y'all need to give this girl a chance. Like, y'all need to. I think she's gonna fit this role," and that's what kind of pushed her over the top.
You know who I would have liked to see in this?
Who?
in Anne Hathaway's role, I think this would have changed her whole life. Lindsay Lohan. Now and the reason I say that is because that's the way her career was going. You know, people took her to eventually become Emma Stone, a Natalie Portman, essentially what Anne Hathaway became. Like they thought that she had the chop. She did.
I didn't think about that.
But 06, Lindsay Lohan, that would have been crazy.
Coming off of Mean Girls, coming off of Herbie Fully Loaded, Freaky Friday.
Confessions of a Drama. She would have did this instead of Confessions of a Drama Queen or whatever the hell that movie's called.
Now,
that would have been.
That's a good. Go ahead, Rachel.
That's a great point, School. The only thing that I could think of is still maybe she's still just a little too young for the job that she would for the assistantship. You know what I'm saying? Like Meryl or Miranda would have been looking for someone at least 25. I mean, it's acting, but
put some heavy makeup on her. She'd been all right.
You probably didn't even need that, but
not concerned. The first thing I thought of, because that's a great choice, School, and I can see it. Like that makes 100% sense.
It does.
The thing that I think is, it's almost like the Training Day issue, where whoever you get gotta stand next to Meryl Streep, and there's not too many people that can do it. I'm not saying Lindsay can't do it. And I don't think people knew if Anne could do it back then. So I think it's on the same playing field. Yeah. But now you got me thinking about Lindsay. Like, I wonder how that would have looked. Like, similar to the Kate Hudson, I'm like, I don't know if it's there's something different that they bring to the role that I think Anne Hathaway is just right for. Like, Anne, we didn't know it at the time, but we quickly found out, she can stand there. You know what I mean? She can be on that opposite side. She can be the Ethan Hawke. But damn, I would have loved to see it. I would have loved to see what that looked like.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if it drastically changes the movie if Lindsay's in it, but it's not the same either. I don't know. Great. That's a great one. I like that, School.
I do like it.
Also, Meryl Streep, she told Anne Hathaway first day of filming, she said, I think you're perfect for the role. I'm so happy we're working together. She paused. She said, that's going to be the last nice thing I ever say to you. And she was dead ass serious. And say one more because she had to get in the character. Like she got in the character. She said, let me get this out the way because I really do fuck with you. But from here on out, I'm a random.
Shout out to the method actors.
Could you imagine not being a method actor and working on one? You probably these niggas nuts.
Yep.
That's why Brian Cox be going crazy on all these people, man. Every chance he get, people be asking about the stars. And that nigga talk about method actors was trash. Shout out to Brian Cox. Stanley Tucci. We already mentioned him. We recently did a movie with Stanley Tucci, out In Too Deep. He was the police chief.
Oh, we sure did.
He plays Nigel, the art director. Funny thing, he is the brother-in-law of Emily Blunt. So he married Emily Blunt's sister. He said that this character is probably like the character Nigel himself is probably the most like him. He said out of all the characters that he's played.
Interesting.
I took that as just Nigel has this
comforting.
He's very comforting,
hard work,
not overly nice, but also doesn't very go with the flow. Like you can play Nigel, and he's gonna find the high road in it. You know what I mean? And I can see that. I know people like that where you want to fight back for him. Like nigga, go get your ball back, bro. Like don't let him fight you like that. But that's cool. You know, it's gonna. When it's time to come back to me, it'll come back around. And you just it's that kind of like you can't be mad at them. Like you really Nigel steals the show. So that's another big thing in the book. Nigel's a very stereotypical like gay man. Like it's small role. Everything he does is extra. They made this character a lot larger, and I think that played off very well for the film.
For sure. I was gonna say I'm glad they made that change. Shout out to the community. But
so he was like Lloyd from Entourage?
In a sense, yeah. Okay. In a sense.
I think that doing that on the screen, it would have lended, and Stanley Tucci is a phenomenal actor, but I think it would have made the role cliche versus something that seemed relatable and that provided an assuredness to the movie and a better flow. I think if you make him flamboyant, it takes away a little bit
100%
from everything else.
Yeah,
definitely one of those parts of the movie that wouldn't have aged well for sure.
Yeah.
It wasn't. He played it perfectly, and it wasn't like in the book. He was very open. He had a relationship with the man in the book. Versus the movie, it wasn't until he gives that speech to Andy about reading the runway. Even though he never explicitly said it, he kind of alluded to it. Just that idea if he could never be himself. So I think they played it right, even in 2006 when people were still doing stuff like that. I think it made everything kind of flow a little bit smoother, and it fit Stanley Tucci, I think. And just his strengths, like he played it very well. So they knocked they were 4 out of 4 with their 4 leads.
For sure.
That's hard to do.
For sure. I'm really sitting here thinking the only way you keep Nigel as Nigel in the book, you have to have someone else that's a part of the community.
Oh yeah, for sure.
To do it, because to your point, school, it could have gone extra and then not aged well.
I agree with that. Also going back, I meant to say, so I'm glad that it wouldn't have made any sense if they did it in the movie. So I told y'all the Lily Emily thing was flip-flopped, where Lily was really the one. So they didn't give Lily enough of the role in the movie, because in the book she ends up becoming an alcoholic because of the black girl.
The black
friend, the whack ass friend.
Yeah. She ends up becoming an alcoholic because of the effect that Runway is having on Andy. So the impact is happening. Yeah. So like they go into their friendship a little bit more. Lily's a much
sound like it.
Yeah. So but she ends up becoming an alcoholic because this is like, nigga, we rep the same smart take. Fuck it. So instead of getting hit by a car in the book, she ran her car into a taxi. It was different. I don't know. I'm just, like I said, it wouldn't have worked in the movie.
Yeah.
Unless you make Lily like a central character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So either way, I want to know, Rachel.
Yes.
This is kind of for you. School, of course, chime in if you come up with anything. But
okay,
y'all know how much I love Rachel and being a casting director. Rachel, let's say in 2006, they say, you know what? These characters,
I got this.
These characters in the novel were actually based on black people. Who's playing Miranda? Who's playing Andy?
It's an easy answer.
I feel like I have it, but I want to know.
If we're making Black Devil Wears Prada, 2006.
2006.
I don't fucking know. Miranda, who could do it? I like Sheryl Lee Ralph as an Ice Queen in 2006. It revamps her career. People always say Viola is the Black Meryl Streep, and she was around then, but I don't want that. Go ahead.
I know. The first person, not the first person I thought of. Obviously, I went to the obvious answer. Then I went to the second one. Oh, this is it right here. Diane Carroll would have been an incredible Miranda Priestley to me,
for sure. But 2006,
that ain't who I had, but I like that.
Go ahead.
That's the one problem she would have been. So I went to the obvious, which was Angela Bassett.
So yes, I have Angela Bassett, and my 1B would have to be Lynn Whitfield.
Give me Lynn Whitfield.
Oh,
give me Lynn Whitfield. That's Miranda Priestley.
Lynn smokes that role.
Give me Lynn Whitfield. Give me Lynn never played a broke bitch ever.
ever. This would have fit her completely.
Give me Lynn Whitfield and as an Andy, 2006. Who is young, fresh?
I'm gonna tell you the answer, but you ain't gonna like it. Well, never mind. Let me not.
Bryant.
No. Yeah, damn, nobody worked.
Who you say?
Joy Bryant.
Oh fuck.
I'm not saying it would have worked as a movie, but I see the studio pitching it right now. I see them putting Joy in this. Oh shit.
Who?
Nah, the person I was thinking, I don't think it was. I think they were a little bit. They're 10 years too late. If this was in the 90s, I think this person would have worked.
Who?
Jada.
No.
I said Sanaa Lathan.
I knew you were gonna say Sanaa, and I'm gonna also say no.
I thought of Sanaa, but I'm like, I don't know if that's it.
Oh, this is good. Who's black in 2006?
Damn.
This is crazy.
You know who I thought of as well? And she can absolutely smoke it. I just can't see it. You know who would have smoked that role? But she, once again, it had to be 10 years earlier. Queen Latifah would have been a great Andy. In my opinion. I think she plays that Andy role. Maybe I'm thinking of Just Right, and I'm thinking of like the all shucks type of personality and character she played in that, and she was still cool. I don't know. That's a name that came to me. Is it Taraji? Can Taraji do it in 06? Probably not.
I think Taraji would have been great as an Emily. You get Taraji that comedic kind of relief role.
I got one that Rachel won't like.
Who, Nia?
Nope.
No.
Nah, not Nia. Kimberly Elise.
See.
No. I don't like that either, though.
You know who could do it? And this is gonna sound so left field.
Is it Zoe?
No.
Thandie Newton?
No.
Who you got?
Raven Simone.
I'm mad at that.
Raven Simone.
2006. She's been MIA.
Yeah.
We know Raven is a physical actor. Yes, comedy, but she can do the serious things.
She can act her ass off.
She can act her ass off.
Mm-hmm.
I might look at Raven for that.
This is very interesting. I don't know.
And you know what? You bring in Raven, you bring in Megan Good too.
I need her in some classes, but you could absolutely bring in Megan Good.
Can you?
You could do Megan Good.
Is it too late for Regina?
And that's what's on the tip of my tongue, because Regina, Sanaa, all of them, like, beautiful, love them, can do no wrong, can do very little wrong in my book. Regina can do no wrong, but everybody else, funny style. They're too old. That's the only thing. They look good. Black don't crack.
But okay, I'm with you on that. They're too old, right?
Mm-hmm.
But all you do with that is, and that's simply because it's a movie. We change books and movies all the time. You just switch it as she's in another field, but her dream field has always been this, and she's over that. I don't want to be this no more. I've always wanted to be in fashion world. You know what I mean? You kind of make this, or a journalist, whatever it is, you know what I mean? But you kind of make this my second chance,
Yeah.
And can Jennifer Hudson play Andy?
No.
Another left field one. Can Brandy play Andy?
I think we missing Regina Hall.
Regina Hall is who I was discussing. When I said Regina, I meant Regina Hall.
Oh yeah, I meant Regina Hall too.
I thought y'all meant Regina King. Okay.
Nah, Regina Hall is who I was speaking of. My bad. I didn't clarify that. I don't know. Oh, damn. I think I might have got it. Journey.
Journey.
That's it.
Journey.
Journey.
That's it. Journey is it. Did we say who Emily was?
Nah.
Journey double rolling. Fuck it.
Now Emily could be like Gabby Union. Gabrielle Union play Emily.
Yeah. You could go older. You could go older for Emily.
Sanaa could play Emily.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones we've already had these conversations. Yeah. They could play those roles very well.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's it.
No,
that's it.
It's not. Who's playing Nigel?
I didn't put that much thought into it. Obviously, I didn't put too much thought into the other ones because I rattled off 15 names before I came up with Journey.
You got to bring Billy Porter.
Yeah, I think you need. I don't even want to offend anyone.
Unfortunately, I think that you're right, Ray P. I think that 06, knowing us, you gotta bring in somebody because it's gonna get there. Like it's just gonna be,
You know who else could do it?
Who?
RuPaul as the man, not drag RuPaul.
Yep.
That's it. I like that. I like that. I like that.
Put Courtney B. Vance. You got it.
I'm thinking about this in a serious way, and I'm wondering if he.
Too. And he was, I don't want to say unknown, but even 2006 Coleman could be Nigel.
That would have been. That would have been too good.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that because.
Damn! Now you got me. I wasn't thinking about Nigel, but now you got me thinking about it. There's something about. I don't think he could have done it in 2006. He could have done it today. For some reason, I see Marlon Wayans being able to play that role. Like just because the endearing, he's also a physical actor. I think he would have been too over the top though.
You know who you for real can get?
Yeah,
I'm about to tell you who embodied this role.
Who?
06, Eddie Murphy.
I think he's too
big.
Yeah, he's too big. I don't think he's. You have to make his character. It's almost like Whitney Houston in the 5 Heartbeats, where you make a character larger because of the actor that you got.
I think he proved that he can tone down and do that second, third, fourth place thing because of Dreamgirls, which came out in 06.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I can see Eddie in this.
So there's 3 people. And I promise I'm not campaigning, y'all. Y'all about to start thinking I'm campaigning for this dude. Nah, 06. Maybe Cuba. Maybe Cuba could have done this. The other 2 outside, like people who aren't in the community. Don Cheadle. I can see Don Cheadle playing that role. And it's Don Cheadle way. And I don't know how it turns out. It can be really good. It can be really bad. And he has really fucked up personal views. Terrence Howard.
I don't think Terrence would have took that shit.
Once again, his personal views, I know he wouldn't have. Mm-hmm. But as far as playing the role, for some reason I see it. I don't know.
I could see him playing it. Yeah. He wouldn't have taken it, but I could see Terrence as a Stanley.
You need Michael Ealy to play him. All right.
As far as the origin of the film goes, we kind of talked about it. We kind of talked about the whole, like, Anna Wintour had the whole block shook.
Shout out to my Anna Wintour Bob today.
Shout out to that. Rachel comes prepared. Rachel method acted too. She's method podding. Mm-hmm. Method pod. That's what I'm talking about. 57 days to make the movie, to shoot the movie, should I say.
You hear that, Tyler?
They only spent a little bit of time over in Paris, actually. I think even Miranda's scenes were shot in the U.S. They said it would have been too expensive to fly Meryl Streep to Europe.
I mean,
back and forth. So they was like, "We gonna do your shit in the States, yo. We gonna get what we can from Paris, and your shit, you staying here. We ain't flying your ass." She almost quit because of salary demands. Not that she was being difficult. She was like, "Y'all lowballed me. Like y'all came out the gate way too low." They ended up doubling it and upping it, and she got a best nom. Like you can't really sleep on that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the movie itself. Let's get into it. So, Rachel, I want to ask you, what is it you think overall that makes this movie 20 years later? Still, because it's hard to age 20. At some point, you get tired of it. You're like, all right, I haven't seen this. It's not like that with Devil Wears Prada. Why is it still? Or we didn't ask the infamous question. My bad. Classic or nah? I think the way we're talking about it, we know. I think all of us say it's a classic, right?
Classic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why does it still hold up 20 years later?
The writing. the writing and fashion is more, one, accessible now, and two, 2006, this is our demographic. This is our, I don't really want to call it a coming of age, but when you think like how many of us now are 20, we're 20 and approaching 40 now, who can now afford to spend a couple dollars on some things, who have been maybe inspired by the characters or just the fashion houses named in this film. The writing, the performance, just fashion and what it means, it just holds up. It just holds up.
So school, like, with us not being into the fashion world, right? What is it for you that still holds up for this film? Because I said it at the beginning, how I love being drawn into the world. I love seeing people. I love when people are in their element, whether I know about it or not. I can see when you cooking, like, doing your shit. Like, so school, even you, like, being a chef and being able to work, like, I know what that looks like, and I know when you in your element and just in your zone.
Yeah,
all of that. So what is it you think, not having an interest in fashion, that this movie still keeps your attention?
I think it's pretty much what you spoke on, of just, I am a sucker for knowledge. I love learning new things. I've always been that way, especially things that are just definitely out of my realm. Like, I don't, and I'll use the movie that we saw last year. The Secret, was that last year? The Secret movie,
Relay.
Yes, like how that movie was so interesting to me, and I didn't know that certain things existed for, deaf people and blind people, like stuff like that. It just interests me. So when I seen this and how serious it is, and not to kind of overstep, but this one of my favorite scenes, the scenes where Miranda cooks Andy for that chuckle. Like, you don't realize that that's how that shit works. Like,
for sure.
Like,
for sure.
2 years ago, that color that you got on was it.
So tell
me,
yes.
Yes. So stuff like that is very interesting, because I never thought about that in that way. Like,
well,
damn.
Yeah, that was a great way of saying it too, School. And you're not stepping on anything. We just talking. Like, we just having a conversation about it. I feel like Andy, and I think the film makes you, if you can identify with that right away, then it changes the experience. Because when you look at, we always talk about opening scenes.
Yeah,
you have Andy getting ready, but you also have the contrast of these women wearing these high end, like, luxury lingerie or undergarments, the whole nine. And then you can see Andy looks completely different. She doesn't have the heels. She has on these, she got the sweater vest and all this other stuff. She doesn't know who Miranda Priestley is. Like, she doesn't. And there's women and there's people who will kill for her job, and she just like, all right, whatever. I'm the same way. Like, why is this such a big deal? Like, this is all right, it's going to work. I really want to be a journalist. I don't care about the fashion stuff. And obviously we get the famous moment when we first meet Miranda, when she's asking the question and she said, you have no sense of style or fashion. She's like, well, no. Wasn't a question. That wasn't a question. To let you know what type of a person she is. But going back to your point, School, that scene that you mentioned, when this is right after she sees, so her and Nigel were grabbing lunch. The walkthrough or the run through, I forget what they officially call it, was pushed up. So lunch is out the window. We got to get back to work. And Nigel tells her, don't say a word, take notes, learn. Pretty much. You in this room to learn. Keep your mouth shut. And Andy was legitimately on some, like, that's funny to me. These, for somebody who doesn't know, like me, these look the same. Like, they look like the same color. And Miranda's face, what I loved the most about it was the fact that, I said it earlier, it was like the fashion version of seeing, like, Jordan or Kobe or LeBron just lock in. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you know who I am and what I do, but let me give you a quick lesson. And this is just like the footnote version of this. I can look at these and see two completely different things. And you look at it and you see a blue belt. This is really cerulean and such. And this went to this person. And the next thing you know, it's in department store. So even that shirt that you're wearing was picked out by people in this room. You don't even know it, but that's how deep this goes.
Yes.
Just because you don't care about it, just because you don't live in it, doesn't mean it doesn't have a place in this world. So once again, going back to what I kind of asked you, School, when I said, hey, let's not be in the fashion. What is it? It's because it still matters. Even in some indirect way, even the most simple shit. The plain white t-shirt a nigga buy, somebody put real thought into that material, how long it can last. It might not even be pure white. It might be off-white or whatever the case is. There's so much shit that goes into it. And you just saying, damn, I just needed a t-shirt.
I just needed a t-shirt.
There's people that dig into this shit, and I thought that was so fascinating because it's on the opposite side of it, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I'll pass this over, but just seeing how high-strung that world is. You kind of know when you see it in fashion. One of my guilty pleasures growing up was American's Next Top Model.
For sure.
Yes.
Come to find out that was, they were savage as hell. But it was just cool to see it. But you see it in this world, and these women live and die for it. And Andy, not only Andy, but nobody in her life is even in that. Even Lily, who like wants the Marc Jacobs bag, she's not into fashion. Oh boy, the most into fashion. Her dude is on some like, bruh, clackers and all that. Like, this ain't nothing. So I don't know. It's but is that the most memorable scene in the film?
Absolutely. To me, that's my favorite scene. I think it's the most memorable scene.
It's a pivotal scene. One of my favorite scenes. Ooh, the most. It might be.
We're gonna start doing this on Culture Garden, y'all. Every movie, we're gonna start talking about the most memorable scene.
Yeah,
we'll talk about some other stuff, but it's at least in the running. I think it's probably the favorite. I think it's the scene that most people walk away from when you leave the theater for the first time and you finish your first watch. I think it's the one, if you were to go to YouTube and pull up a scene from the movie, this might be one of the first ones you pull up.
I'm taking this, if I could make it a top 3. Andy's transformation. And then when she leaves Miranda in Paris.
Miranda's in Paris, probably the second one for me at the very end. I think that's probably one of the most. Let's talk about her transformation real quick. So we see that in real time. Now, are you speaking of? Is this coming off the heels of the speech that Nigel gave her? That transformation?
Yes.
Okay, got you. I do want to talk about the Nigel scene. School, what you about to say?
Well, I kind of wanted to go back to that, why that's one of my favorite scenes. And I think you already kind of alluded to it, but just showing you what makes Miranda the GOAT, what makes it where only her opinion matters is the way she does things, the way she can see the difference in those blues. But not only that, like you said, she's in her zone, she's cooking, and she's giving Andy a speech while still making a dope ass outfit. Like that whole time she was, give me that vet. Anyway, and kept going. Like, I do this shit. Like that shit is just like you said. It's like watching, Kobe or Mike with 10 seconds left, down 1.
And it's not. Once again, to get into Andy's character, it seems so trivial. Like even though you breaking all this down for me and this is cerulean and all that, okay, it really ain't that deep, but no, it is. It really is. Yeah. That's like somebody telling me that movies ain't that deep. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you mean it ain't that deep? Like, you can't tell somebody like me that. And this is the fashion version of that.
Just movies.
Yeah, you can never say it's just movies. Somebody got movie time. Like, you talk about, like, what? Like, I'm about to do the same shit. Yeah. Like, I'm doing all of it. So I get it. And that's why everybody has an equivalent of this, right? Yeah. Everybody has something that they care about that much. When somebody downplayed it, you looking at them like they crazy. Like, what are you talking about?
For sure.
And it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. Ooh, sure. We just walk around in it. But there's a difference between putting that shit on and putting that shit on.
That's sure.
You know what I mean? Sure. So that's why I said, like, people like Coleman Domingo. Like, I'm always, I wish I could wear that shit. I wish I could. Like, I would look crazy, I think. But I don't know. But
Young Thug, Future,
all of that. Like, all of that. I remember when Young Thug was wearing like dresses on his album covers, and now like that shit will be in Paris Fashion Week. You You know what I mean? So it just is what it is. Real quick, before we get to the transformation, I do want to talk about something that I thought was really cool. Well, two things. One, if there was a miss in this film, it was that the supporting characters, like Andy's life, wasn't really that fascinating to me. Like every time I watch this, and I'm a big Entourage fan, so Adrian Grenier, who plays Vince, that's all what I think about. And I always kind of forget he's in this movie, almost to the point where, what was his name again? Oh, Nate, that's right. Like he just doesn't. He doesn't. I won't say he doesn't have a ton to do, but it's just not as interesting as the Miranda in the Runaway stuff, and even her friends. Right? I get in the book that it's much more invested, but Lily, I don't know, man. Like most of your friends, they see you doing dirty. It's just like, man, that's your business, bro. Like, go ahead.
Yeah, they were way too invested. I'm not mad at Nate having a ton to do because it really ain't about him.
Yeah.
In the same with Lily, the only thing that I would have liked to understand is why they cared so much. And we learned that they had known each other since they were kids. Okay. But the thing that bothered me is here I am with this job, a new job at that, for which you are reaping the benefits, hence this $1,900 Marc Jacobs bag, all the Clinique, all the product, all the stuff. You wouldn't have this if it's not for my job. So what the fuck is up? And just the continued and the compounded, dare I call it, bullying of Andy from the people who are supposed to be supporting her was absolutely crazy. I didn't want her and Nate to get back together.
Me neither.
Nate was one of those in a different time, like in a different type of movie. Nate got a wife beater and a cigarette. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he just like not supportive, like didn't even try to see her side. Like we used to make fun of those people. What happened to you? Like there wasn't 1 inch of like, oh, you really like this now? Okay, that's cool. Like what happened? How did this change? I didn't think you'd be into it. And I get it, right? I'm not. If your girl always, her phone was always ringing. She always jumping up as soon as Miranda's number comes across, especially without the understanding or with the belief of, hey, you don't even like this job, and it would piss me off if I keep hearing you say you ain't got a choice, because you do.
You do, yeah.
That goes into, well, real quick, that was a perfect segue into the Nigel scene, because Nigel kind of told her about herself. But the reason I brought up her friends is because the one thing I do appreciate, and it did make sense in the film, the scene with her dad. Because it gave us some insight. First, he was a cool dad. It wasn't like you fucking up your life. It was literally, I'm really trying to understand this.
Yeah.
And you ain't no slouch. Like we already know she was at Northwestern, number 1 journalism school. You were editor-in-chief. I don't know why you have this. You have another degree, and you sitting here can barely afford your rent. I'm giving you envelopes like me in the mob to pay your rent and shit. Like, what's going on? I just don't get it. Me and your mom are a little confused. I'm not telling you how to live your life, but it would be nice if you fill me in on why you're doing all this. And in the midst of it, your crazy ass boss is trying to get you to fly her through a tropical storm. So she get back, and you were really doing it. You entertaining it. Like, and I get it. That's a weird predicament to be in, because when you are an assistant, your job is to make things happen.
Yeah.
Not to see, oh, you can't. Miranda knows that all the fights are canceled. That's why she calling you and telling you to make some shit happen. Like, make some shit go.
Yep.
And how much of this do you think was just, how much of that was really like Miranda is just really that out there, and she really has the strong belief that she can get home, or I just want to fuck with this girl a little bit, or maybe both?
She really was trying to get the fuck home.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't believe anything she asked her to do was anything that she felt was out of reach.
Yeah,
and I still don't feel that way. Like, the right situation, the right person. If Andy was 2 years on the job, or even if that was Emily would have got her out of Miami.
But see, that's the only thing. So to your point, School, I didn't think any of the other requests, you have to learn your boss, anticipate their needs before, It's a tropical fucking storm. If you've ever sat in Miami unable to get out, that shit ain't no hole. It's nothing coming out. Everything is grounded. That's real as hell. And I feel like she called Andy out of her own desperation. Like, let me take my mind. I've been racking my brain trying to figure out how to get up. Let me put some of that on somebody else to be stressed out about, because I literally cannot. We talking about call Donatella, call all these people who have private planes. Bruh, the FAA says sit your ass down. You can't see. We can't take off. It's thundering and lightning. You can't open the jet bridge. It's nothing for you to do. It's nothing that Andy could have done to get her home unless she was putting her on a bus, and she still would have missed the twins' performance.
Hey, I hear you, but I don't think she gave. I think she felt and thought that really believed like I am who I am, and somebody can get me the fuck up out of here.
Well, here's what I'll say.
Drive from Miami to here, and it's clear up here, and then you catch a flight from there or something stupid like that.
But that's what I'm saying. That would be the only thing. But it's like, okay, we can't go to Fort Lauderdale. That means I'm driving from Miami. I just drove on whatever day that was. My mind is blurry. From Miami to Jacksonville. That was 6 damn hours.
Yep.
At best, she could maybe get to Orlando. That's still a 4-hour drive to where the weather is clear. But if I'm in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm, all of that shit is experiencing the same weather. So I still have to get up 4+ hours.
So this is the point I was going to make to both of yours. I think that scene is more about Miranda than anything.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if anybody's met, I'm not talking about y'all in particular, but anybody out there listening, if you've ever really met someone like Miranda who, like, the idea of no just doesn't, they can't fathom it. Like, it doesn't exist. Like, they really, I know I've talked about this before, and school knows what I'm going to reference, because in the Smashing Machine with Dwayne Johnson that came out last year, there was a moment, Mark Kerr, the character he plays, was undefeated. And there was a moment where a journalist is asking him about losing. And it's one of my favorite scenes in the movie in actor performances, because Mark Kerr literally, you see it on his face. He can't even understand the question.
Understand that?
What do you mean? Like, can you say it a different way? Like, I'm not getting there. And that's because his brain works like that. Miranda's brain works like that. Even the fact when you see this palm tree blowing and the lightning in the background, and she on some,
it's
just
drizzle.
Drizzles.
Just a little drizzle.
Like, you crazy. And that's the one thing that I don't think people, these people are geniuses and they're right because they're crazy in other areas.
Yes.
They're lacking very much in certain areas. And it's not for the meek. And that goes directly into, Rachel, the transition scene. Because right after this, we get the scene of her being like, oh, the rehearsal, the performance was great. Unfortunately, I wasn't there to see it. And Andy leaving crying, and she come to Nigel, and Nigel wants some, like, buck up. So do you want to get into that scene? Because that's one of my favorite scenes. I know it's not one of the most memorable, but literally might be one or two favorite scenes of the movie, because buck up.
Yeah.
Told her some shit.
At this point, Andy's been here for a couple weeks, maybe even a couple months. And she still isn't ingratiated into the culture of Runway. She is still showing up as she is. Maybe not the same girl who couldn't tell the difference between blue and cerulean, but not adjusting or not appreciating the opportunity that she has. And so Nigel very kindly says, look, okay, then quit, because it's a million other girls who would kill to have this job. You fucking up. And not because you're not doing well, quote unquote, but you're not doing enough. And because you're not a part of this culture, a part of this industry, you have to work harder, because you don't know these people. You don't know these names. You don't know these designers. It's not coming as easily as it does for an Emily, who is a fashion girly and you don't admire Miranda.
Yeah.
You didn't to do this job.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
And going to what you're saying, even if you don't admire her, at least fake it till you make it. Pretend that you care a little bit. You work at a fashion magazine, you work at Runway, which is
and you look
based off
fucking
Vogue.
bad.
Yeah, at least try, even if it's your version of it. Like you coming
Mm-hmm.
in like this tells me you don't give a fuck. So why would she compliment you when you're not even playing the part?
Exactly.
Like, go into it. And I love the fact that he said it. Like, man, and you low key playing in my face. Like,
That
I live for this shit.
Mhm.
Like, I live for this shit. That this was made for. I know you don't care about it, but I was the kid with the three brothers who was reading the magazines instead
Under
of
the covers, skipping
under the
soccer
covers
practice.
class. Like,
Hey.
you know what I'm saying?
6 brothers. Shit.
Yeah. Like, so this is my life, and I see you come in here, as they mentioned a few times, with a job that a million girls will want, and you're pretty much shitting on it.
Yeah.
And that's what she needed to hear. You whining. Like, you literally whining. Like, I don't care about none of this.
And if it's one thing I hate, is some fucking whining. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I love that he said that. I love that he said that. And again, we've all been there in that position of,
for sure.
Everything I do that's good, I don't hear anything, but when it's bad, I hear her mouth all the time. Like, that's your boss, unfortunately. Like, you know what I mean? You do work those jobs rarely, you know what I mean, where you get, and that's usually when you're more of a kid, 16, 17, where you have that cool, fun boss. But once you get into this real world, like, nigga, that's all it is. If you see your boss, your real boss, chances are you fucked up somehow. Like, so
listen, what they say, if you live for the applause, you're gonna die by the booze.
That's it. That's
you know
it.
What I mean?
So we see Andy after this talk. We see her have her Miss Congeniality moment where Nigel literally takes our girl through her cocoon phase and turns her into a butterfly. He flat irons that hair, puts her on some real clothes, and
real clothes.
Hey, that's real shit.
And them Chanel boots, Miranda noticed, Emily noticed, Giselle noticed. She looked good, and not only did Andy start to, once she started dressing better, she started performing better.
Feeling better.
You look good. You feel good. You feel good. You work good. You know what I'm saying? You get positive results. And we see her sort of come into her own and finally develop some understanding, not just about Miranda, but also about the industry.
Yeah.
And this is more than what I thought it was. It's just like finding real articles in Playboy. Like, oh shit, it's some here. That's more than what I thought it was.
That's a great comp.
Hey, that's great. I love it. It's
a great comp right there. Yeah. Niggas really do leave Playboy. That's a fascinating article I read the other day. That's real shit though. And it's okay to change your mind.
It's okay.
It's okay to like come in here with the idea to be a journalist and realize, you know what, I kind of fuck with it. Like I was making fun of these girls, but I get why they into it. Because like you said, Rachel,
into it.
And Rachel is like a fashionista. So the clothes, the accessories, the perfume, the whole nine. So if anybody understands this, it's gonna be Rachel. Something about putting that shit on.
I fucking
and I think when Andy, it's probably her first time in her life. Like her nigga walked past her because like, hey, there ain't no way that's my girl.
Right.
Like and did a double take. Like, hold on. What you got on? I ain't never seen you look
kind of way. Because is this what you actually like? You just been fucking with me.
Every time Andy got into trouble, she throw that little, she was throwing that little box out. I got some lingerie for you. What's up? But I love the transformation, like you said, Rachel, and just her getting into the world. Like you said, even the party with
Christian.
Yeah, she met Christian, but whose name was James?
Hope.
I don't know if that's because he's in the same industry, but he always like giving me B Will's vibes.
Man. That's what's her face from
Power? Power? Yeah, I know. Yeah. What did y'all think about the Christian storyline?
I like it. It's always a nigga lurking.
Always.
Yeah, that's all.
Somebody that wants a girl. Hello.
I know you got. Hey, I know you got to do it. I don't give a fuck about that. He's still around. Like he didn't. Hey, Christian ain't care.
He ain't give a fuck.
And the crazy part is, Andy didn't even. She didn't even have to tell on herself. we was broken up technically. Shit.
Yeah. The fact
You see, even before, like when somebody put that pressure on your girl, Andy was just like, because there was nothing malicious. I don't think Andy really looked at it. It was more so, this is interesting.
Andy is an Ohio girl. There's still a level of naivete.
Absolutely.
That's what I was getting to, Rachel. Yeah. That's what I didn't want to play her, but I was like, this is probably the first time in your life you getting some play like this, or understanding very directly that it's play. Like, and it's from like a somebody. Like, I ain't know. Yeah. And he lured it. It's kind of creepish. Like, dude was a creep,
bro. Like, even when that scene creeps me.
I don't know if creep is the right word. That might be a little bit too harsh, but it was.
Why? What making him a creep?
Well, mainly the Paris scene when he's like, I'm running out of excuses. Like, there's a lot of no's being thrown out of there.
Yeah.
Chill out.
That's very creepy.
There was something about him where he was very direct. Maybe that's it.
Okay.
He was very direct. He was very like, this is what I'm here for. I ain't here to play. And I can respect that. I can respect that. It was just something about him that just didn't sit right with me. Not that I disliked him, but it was also like,
He is in the fashion industry. He's an author. He is well connected and very used to also getting what he wants.
But he also was using once he found out what her real goal was, he kept doing certain things that he knew would entice her personally, though. Like, he wasn't.
But what did he do? He didn't offer to help Andy. Okay, yeah, but nothing came of it at first. He didn't hit her up until she called him after seeing his face on the billboard.
Yes, I got you.
I met you. You told me you had a boyfriend. You had to go. Cool. You call me because you need my help. I don't need shit from you. Okay. Hey. I help you. Cool. We at the gala. I say, hey, I did give your work over because that's what you asked me to do. I did what I said I was going to do on my end.
And he kept it real. He said, I ain't even read it all.
I just sent it. I'm that's just how you know he to get it where it was supposed to go. I didn't hold you hostage. You said you couldn't stay because it was Nate's birthday. Damn, but I forgot you got a man. Maybe next time. Peace. By the time I see your ass again in Paris, bitch, you're single. What's up?
Rachel, break it down again.
You the woman, so
break it down again. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right.
We know he was at her neck. Okay, she said no. No means no. But you leaning into this nigga while you saying no. You ain't break your arm away. You
get your fucking hands off me.
But he also was like she would turn back and he was pushing her back. Like, come on. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, it could maybe.
I'll just say nigga was a creep. I don't know if you was gonna talk about this scene because it's real kind of small, but I think it was important. Just the scene of her starting to do well and her personal life going bad. And
that's what Nigel told her.
Yeah.
I just told her, like, like all this is gonna happen. Like, when your life falls apart, when it goes to the floor, you're gonna get a promotion. Like, that's how it works.
Promotion, and that's real shit.
So if y'all don't have my promotion for me come this next cycle, it's gonna be some.
And go to your point real quick, school.
Right.
Nah, that's real shit. Real quick, school, to your point. Not just her life falling apart, but her not being in a rush to fix it. Like, we saw the transformation from the first time her and her friends were together, and the way they went about it to this second time when they tossing the phone around, they think shit's still sweet. So we've all been in a situation where you think it's still jokes, and the one person they ain't joking no more.
Ain't shit funny.
Yeah. But last week it was jokes. I ain't know we couldn't talk about this no more. That's kind of how it was. And the friends is confused, but Andy was with it too. Like, nah, I fuck with this now. Like, this ain't that. Remember, she had Nate thinking that she quitting.
Yep.
They walk in, she doing science projects. Like, hold up, man, what's going on?
That's before Big Christian helped her. She told me she was dumb. Big Chris came in, made sure.
Hey, not Big.
Made sure she kept that $7.10 an hour. Come on, dog.
$7.10 an hour is nuts too. Yeah, that's nice. See, I call Rachel good. Rachel got me calling him Big Christian. Fuck that nigga.
I'm a horrible person.
Nah, that's some real shit. And even, but here's the thing. I get it. My niggas, y'all, do you have any idea what my day was today? Do y'all know that I rushed my ass to get a 15-minute steak that my boss didn't even eat? And she wanted 2 copies of the unreleased Harry Potter book. And I had like an hour or 2 to do it, and I pulled all the strings and made it. I ain't gonna hold you. If I'm Andy,
I'm feeling like a motherfucking big dog.
You hear me?
What? What? Y'all playing on my phone and shit. Man, man, I'm big Andy around here. Y'all know I got connections now.
06
she went through some bullshit.
06 to get the Harry Potter joints? Come on, bruh.
The unreleased joints.
He literally was making the impossible happen.
Fuck, that's another thing. So I got to give it to little Christian. I got to give it to little Christian. Christian, man, when you come through for a woman, she needs something done.
Come on.
Come through. He knew it. As soon as we get to Paris, it's up.
That's it. Boyfriend, say,
cool. You owe me.
He probably was thinking like, man, you know what? I'm free Friday night. I'm gonna say that for Paris. I'm gonna say that.
That's it.
It's crazy.
Ah, shit. You talked about transformation, not just visually and not just aesthetically with her wardrobe, but also just the way she is handling her job. We talked about the Harry Potter, her just coming through, and also Miranda noticing that, nah, you first assistant now. Like that moment, which was very subtle. Obviously, we found out that Miranda wanted Andy to go to Paris with her. She wanted a strong team, so Andy been doing her thing. But the small, subtle moment that next morning when Andy's waiting on the coat and the purse, and then it goes over on Emily's desk, that's like the definitive, like, oh, I made it. I made it moment. Like, I'm like, all right, I belong here. But it's also a little shitty because you got somebody who they weren't friends by any means of the world.
Right.
But there is something about going through the ringer with someone and knowing how much, especially when you don't fuck with something like that.
Yeah.
So if I don't know what the equivalent would be. It's almost like, if I met Michael Jackson and school didn't. Like, oh yeah, man, I met Mike. And Michael was like, nigga, what? You met Mike? Like, it would have been one of those things. Here's a funny story, actually, in that sense. My mom and my sister are huge tennis fans. Like, huge tennis fans since high school. Like, before that, huge tennis fans. I remember I met Roger Federer. He came in Foot Locker. I was in there chopping it up with him. Oh, yeah, you that tennis dude, ain't you? Yeah, man, my mom fuck with you. Can you sign an autograph for? He did it and everything. And I remember coming back, nigga, you met Roger Federer? Like, it was one of those moments. So I can understand from the very first time we met Emily, she was talking about Paris and having to be the person. And Miranda said, yeah, tell her. I want it done sooner rather than later. You got to tell her. And it could have just been on something like, oh, you fucked your shit up. You know, you got hit by a car. You can't go. In the book, Emily got mono. And it was funny. It's funny because the character Miranda is she couldn't fathom, like, that's the reason you're not going mono. I don't know if anybody's had mono out there. I've had mono when I was 19. That shit puts you down. Puts you down. Like the worst I've ever felt in my life. Easily. But yeah, she made her do that shit, and I love it when they get to Paris. We talk about the car scene. Andy's on her holier than thou. You did the same thing to Emily. Like, what you talking about? Like, you played Nigel, you did the same thing to Emily. So I don't know what's what. Also, FYI, I got another 15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. I already saw the conversation going, so I'll send the text out. I know y'all listening have no idea what I'm talking about. Don't worry about it. But let's get to Paris.
Yeah.
Let's get to Paris. What Well, I gotta ask y'all. I'm gonna start with you, Rachel, specifically.
Okay.
It's your nigga's birthday. Are you working? Or are you saying, nah, I gotta go? I can't do it. I've been going for everything. I can't be going for the birthday. With the weak ass birthday cake. Weak ass cupcake with the candle on it. Hey, listen, if you miss my birthday, you better come in here with 3 other chicks. I'm telling you that right now. Hey, stop playing with me.
You provided a life where I don't have to work.
Uh-oh. You see? Don't do that. You talking to Ray P, goddammit. You thought was gonna happen.
I gotta go to work. Realistically, I'm probably gonna work, but yeah, I gotta go to work. I'm gonna try to leave a little bit earlier. You know, she kept saying she couldn't get in. I would have left right after that Ambassador and Rebecca shit. You know, like, okay, bitch, I really gotta go.
And, hold on. The crazy part is I don't remember exactly where Miranda went, but it was somewhere that I guess was supposed to be important, a party or something. And she said, drop me off at 6:30 or 12:30 and have them call and pick me up by 12:45. Like, I am literally in here for 15 minutes. That's it. That's all. Like, but your ass better not be on that.
Yeah, well, that's when you the boss, you can do that.
Hey,
yeah, just do that.
Shit, that's how it be.
Paris. We get the divorce scene, which earlier in the film we got the Andy dropping off the book, not listening to Emily, listening to these little ass twins telling, yeah, the old people came up all the time. Like, Emily used to come up.
Stupid.
I don't even know why you paying attention to them. Either way, you can see the friction at the home. He was talking about some. Yeah, I know what they was thinking. He waiting for her again. Like, it's always ego, y'all. It's always ego. There wasn't nobody in that restaurant thinking about that shit. But in his mind, he thought he was getting embarrassed. He thought he was getting played. You said what?
He was thinking about that shit.
He was thinking about it. Yeah, they weren't. Because they know what it is. You don't know what it is, but everybody else knows. Obviously, you the last nigga to know you married to fucking Miranda Priestley. Yeah, Priestley.
Hey, you can say the same thing about Nate, though.
Yeah, but Nate, who was Nate? You know what I'm saying? You making grilled cheese.
Port wine reductions.
But what I'm saying is you can say the same thing in the sense of, like, your girl busy. She trying to, a year from now, she's trying to get where she needs to go. And this part is the hard part right here. This year, this gonna be hard as fuck. But you know, I'm gonna get where I need to, and we gonna be all right. Shit.
No. Andy is newly busy. Miranda been busy.
Yeah.
Nate is impatient.
And 4 marriages, trust and believe me. Yeah, 4 marriages, you knew. Miranda doesn't even seem like the type to lie to you. Like, well, my husband was just too busy. Like, I was too busy for my husband, but you know.
And you know who she is.
She also seems like the person that we already know she is. She will make time for what she wants. So if her husband was important enough, she would make time for him.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm thinking about what Rachel said earlier. Like, when you got the big joker, when you the big joker in a relationship, is how I can kind of see Miranda being on some, how dare you even question, nigga, I come when I come. Like, I feel like Miranda is responsible for their lifestyle.
For sure.
Shit, like, you came into my world. I get what you're saying, but I don't think she cares. I don't think Miranda, it reminds me of the Christmas Best Man. When Nia Long's character talking to her dude, like, you know what I'm saying? Was she talking to her, the white dude? And like he said, sometimes you act like you need me. She said, I don't. That was a natural response, and I think that's Miranda's thing too. She's going through these because she wants. This scene shows us that I want that normalcy. I want that intimacy in life. Like, that's why, you know, and it was Meryl Streep's idea. Like, let's make no makeup. Like, let's strip her down and show an open, vulnerable side of this. But I can't help who I am. One thing that happened when I was in the theater yesterday watching Michael, was there's a scene in that film, Young Mike, when he's first singing in front of Barry Gordy in the studio, and they keep telling him, Mike, like, stop moving, like you moving, like that music came on, and this woman next to me, she kept saying, like, it's in him, it ain't on him, like you can't. And it was one of those things, and that's the thing with Miranda, it's in me. Like I'm immediately going to seating charts, but I can give myself a little moment to feel this, but I'm also never going to stop being Miranda.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, nothing's going to be more important than that. And I think when you have this is going to sound weird to say, her husband should have known that.
That's what I
and
just
sometimes
said.
you know where you fall on the pecking order of certain people. Like if I'm husband number 4, intimacy probably ain't your strength.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm agreeing with you, School. I'm agreeing with you. So yeah, it's a little bit different. But Andy slipped with Christian. She realizes that Miranda's getting pushed out. She wants to be the hero. Tell Miranda. Miranda pretty much like, man, go on somewhere. And we all, as audience viewers, you kind of like, no, Shirley, she got something to say.
Yeah.
But come to find out, I've been doing this for a long time. You know what I mean? This ain't the first coup.
Yeah.
This ain't the first time they try to get me up out of here. Like I know how to play this game, and I built enough. I built enough currency throughout the years that if I go, all these people gone. So you really kind of are under my thumb. I thought that shit was player, but it also shows that other side. Nigel, you can't get what you thought you was getting. I fuck with you, my guy, but your spot got to go to her. Otherwise, she's taking my spot.
Yeah.
And we talked about the Nigel thing, and I want to give you a space for the car scene because I know that's an iconic scene between Miranda and Andy, all the way up to tossing the sidekick out. Any thoughts?
Well, I think when it comes to the whole Miranda possibly losing her job, I think we've all been there in the sense of somebody knows something. You know, somebody has told somebody who's told another motherfucker that somehow that shit gets back to you. You know what I mean? It could be Miranda going to pick up, even though she don't pick up her Starbucks, but you know what I mean? You're going to pick up your Starbucks and such and such, and they just happen to know, like overheard somebody else talking and be like, you know, I happen to hear something weird today, you know, and that's it. So don't ever think that you got a secret and nobody knows.
Yeah.
Period. Especially in a atmosphere, a work atmosphere, because it ain't that.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
And I don't know. I just thought the car scene, it was pivotal. It was Andy's aha moment. Like, ooh, I've been loving this shit, but damn, is it worth now my friendships, even though they're haters and whack, my friendships are off kilter. I've ended my relationship behind this job. I am doing well. I'm excelling, exceeding expectations. Miranda, who I have come to admire, just told me she sees a lot of herself in me. Hold up, wake up call. Because this bitch was also just in here crying about another husband that's left her and then wiped her tears and kept it the fuck pushing. Okay, Meg. I don't want that for me. I actually do care about my relationships. I do care about Nigel. And Andy couldn't see that the Emily thing was the same. And it took me a minute to feel like it was the same too. But in the lowest of keys,
it is.
I'm saving my job.
That's how it starts.
Self-preservation.
Yep. That's how it starts. You make the decision. How well do I fuck with this person?
Yeah.
Fuck with enough to not go. And Andy does the little thing where you want to go to Paris. You trying to act like you don't want to go to Paris, but who doesn't want, especially when it's Fashion Week? And to what you just said, Rachel, the irony of the whole thing is the same thing you went into Nigel's office crying about. Doesn't give me any credit. She finally giving it to you, and then when you get it, you realize, oh, never mind, I ain't even want it.
I ain't want it.
I thought I did, but I didn't. Because if that's what this means, that means I'm turning into you.
Yeah,
I'm cool.
Juice ain't worth the squeeze, baby. I want to work that hard.
And earlier, And earlier you had asked us, why we like this movie and what's, the rewatchable value. And a lot of that is moments like the end of the movie is just like, no matter what business, no matter what it is, whatever, it's always some politics and some some cards being moved and tricks being had and all that type of shit. No matter what industry you in, you know what I mean. The only difference is in sports is they publicly trade. Like, oh, we trading you for you and this and that. But in a business like that, it's as simple as, look, I got these connections. And they said they going with me whether I go to Walmart next year. Nigga, they coming with me. Gucci said she coming to Walmart. So what you want to do? Like,
you trying to do it. That's real shit, School. That's real shit. Yeah. So, you're absolutely right. You're 100% right on that. And even a big dog like Anna Wintour, like I still got to play the game. Some people you think are untouchable, but they still got to play. If anybody out there seeing Succession, same type of thing. Like all these big moves, all the behind the scenes stuff, man, there's always somebody above you.
Absolutely.
So yeah, man, it's kind of crazy how it works. Any thoughts on the reconciliation, how the film ended? So she tossed a sidekick too. Shout out to the sidekick too, but shout out to school for holding it down back in high school. They tried to question us. They put us in two different rooms, trying to, because that was the era where you couldn't have cell phones on you in school.
I couldn't go. I held it down.
They thought I was dealing drugs. I had two phones, man. I was that nigga. I've been that nigga for a long time. Anyway, Rachel's face is hilarious.
I'm glad you mentioned this because I wanted a sidekick too so bad, and then the iPhone dropped and it was over. Like I ain't seen a sidekick two since.
I like that they didn't necessarily make her and Nate get back together. It was just more so, reconciliation. We on good terms at least. I know they mentioned Boston, but you could tell anyway moving up to Boston, at least not right away. Emily getting the clothes. She got the new job interview. Miranda gave her the reference or referral.
Yeah.
And also her in that little subtle moment of her and Andy. Having that, look across the street and Miranda just being on some, all right. Like, all right, I fuck with you. I think there was a little bit of, there's a line in this film. It's funny, Meryl Streep changed it. When they were in the back of the car, it was everybody wants to be us. Originally, it was everybody wants to be me.
Yeah.
But Meryl Streep was like, that's a little bit too over the top. Like, let's make it about the whole industry. And I think with that glance across the street, in nowhere form or fashion do I think Miranda wants to be Andy. But I do think there's a portion of her that really wishes she had that in her.
For sure.
I don't see that being as bad as a thing or as abnormal of a thing as maybe I once did. Having a life like Andy or being someone like Andy who has morals and some integrity and can stand up for herself and know when to say no or walk away from it all. Do the Chappelle thing, right? Walking away from the 50 million. I think that goes a long way. And I think there was a little bit of admiration. Like I said, not trading places, but a little bit of, I fuck with you.
Yeah. Because that's a very hard choice.
Very hard choice. Yeah.
Because she had to let Nigel down too. And I believe throughout this whole movie, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think she ever had any bad words for Nigel. I think he always
fuck with Nigel.
Yeah, that's my point. Like, so, and I also believe that was, for a purpose. So it was really harsh when she did finally cross him. Nobody's exempt from Miranda. But still, like, it does become a point. It comes a point where you are too old, in a sense, to she's too old to change. Like, I don't want to. Yes, I will go to Walmart and bring Gucci, but do I really want to?
Yeah.
No. Do I really want to go to a company and start from the bottom? Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? So it's too late for me. But if I can give you a chance to get out here and do something, cool. I'm happy I can.
I'm sorry about you, but I don't want you out here begging for bread neither.
Hey,
I know what you can do.
Yeah, right. You know what? You know what I think of? I think of Rock and Raising Kanan. Just so Miranda is this way, and we know that. But I talked about the scene where she got the makeup off. She's talking about the divorce. which just reminds you that no matter what I put out there, I still have these feelings, and the way I compartmentalize them or kind of deal with them is on my own time. So it's almost like you look at these people as being heartless, but forgetting, they still got to shuffle through these emotions. And I just remember the scene with her and Lou, and she telling, like, I had to put down scrap. Like, I got to live with that. Like, I got to wear that. So you kind of forget, because she plays this hard image all the time, but that shit constantly going through her brain. Like, I fucked up. I made the wrong decision. I did something I can't get back, but I'm also, to School's point, I can't change. This is who I am. I gotta live with that and just kind of keep it pushing from there. So the film in itself, I think it gave everybody exactly what they wanted. It gave you a happy ending, and it didn't mean everybody lost what they went on the path they were supposed to go on. So it played out perfectly. I think it's from start to finish, an hour and 46 minutes of just chef's kiss. Any best quotes from either one of you?
Not really. Because I felt like it's more scene based than an actual one-liner.
Only one I will say, florals for spring, groundbreaking. Just the way the delivery and all of that, but it's not really a, dare I say, quotable movie. Scene stealer. Who are we giving scene stealer to?
Tooch.
It's got to be Tooch for Nigel.
For sure.
As well. Anything bother you?
No.
Not really. We talk
hater ass friends.
Yeah, we kind of talk about those things.
Yeah, that's it.
Any actors from The Wire? No. Wouldn't let that happen to me. If you in that life, I probably would have been quit that job, but
yeah,
it is what it is. I don't know. It's hard to walk away from the big dog job.
Yeah, because that's one of those things. If you're not in it, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you walking away. It's easier to walk away, but essentially, they're gonna get you. What he say? You drink the Kool-Aid. Shit.
Shout out to the studio.
That was Flavor Aid, damn it. I wonder if Kool-Aid be like, yo, keep our name out your mouth, man.
What I already talked about most of the trivia. We're gonna get to the part of the episode where we rate the film. The average viewer rates The Devil Wears Prada a 7 out of 10.
I seen that.
I was shocked when I saw that.
Yeah.
I think we all agree. Is it too high, too low, just right?
Too low.
Too low, 8.5.
Okay.
School.
I like that. Too low, I'm gonna say 7.8.
Too low, 8.1. I was my first choice was 3. My first choice was 3. It's definitely in the 8s though. It does. For those who've been following us, 8 is kind of that tier. When you get into the really, really, really good.
You know why it's a 7.8 for me?
What's up?
That trash ass. What's your boy from Entourage? He trashing
Adrian.
He trashing this, bro.
It's a very forgettable performance. Like, but he had an impossible task. Like, what nobody really cares about you, bro. You pouting all movie and shit.
And I always forget he in it, like you said, always until I see it. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, one of the other big roles he had, I think, besides Entourage. Rachel, Rose Bouquet, Whole Damn Garden.
Whole Garden.
School.
I concur.
Whole Damn Garden. I agree with y'all. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
This is fun, y'all. The episode's over. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Next week is going to be School's pick. Who knows what he is picking?
I already know. I can't wait.
Homeboys from Outer Space. If it was a movie, if there's a movie version of it, School found it. He want to talk about it. So
that's it. We won't see Ray P next week.
Thanks for the heads up.
I have no idea what the movie is yet. So I'm sure School will tell us, and we'll bring some more heat for y'all. But we appreciate it. Check out everything else that we're doing. Thank you for all the love. Catch y'all next week. Y'all be cool. How y'all be cool?
Peace to you.
That is all. That is all.
No, that